Hello! So I'm editing and I realized I never filmed a proper intro. So welcome to my first ever What I Eat in a Week. Lately I've been in a huge workout grind and I'm trying to not only get in more shape and toned for this summer, but also for myself. I am by no means a nutritionist or a dietitian, but I love trying out new recipes and I love cooking. So in this video I have some of my go-to meals or some new recipes that I've been trying out. These are not only packed with protein and low carb, but they're also super easy to make. I've included all of the ingredients and the macros for each of the meals at the end of each meal. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. Good morning. So I just made myself a protein shake. Every morning I typically start my day off with a protein shake, and this one has caffeine. That's why I always start my day off with it, because I need some caffeine in the morning, especially if it's a slow morning. Otherwise, I typically drink it right before a workout, but it's just today is the beginning of the week and there's a lot of meetings. So getting caffeinated, and then once I'm done with my meetings for the day, then I'm gonna get in a quick workout. I used to not like protein shakes at all, but this one's actually so good. So for breakfast today, we're going to be making a Japanese chicken and egg bowl, aka oyakudon. Firstly, you're gonna want to thinly slice your yellow onion and then cut your chicken breast into bite-sized pieces. I know you're supposed to use different cutting boards, but it's all getting cooked anyways, right? In a bowl, marinate the chicken with salt and sake for 10 minutes, and in a separate bowl, combine eggs and optionally egg whites for more protein. Gently mix and do not overmix because you're wanting a marbled look. In a pan, add your thinly sliced onions and mixture of dashi soup stock, soy sauce, mirin, and sugar. You're gonna cook this over medium heat until the onions are soft and fragrant, and then add in your chicken and simmer until the chicken is cooked. Once the chicken is done, add in your eggs and cook until the eggs have set. You can serve this with rice, but I chose to eat it with cauliflower rice, and you can top with sesame seeds, green onions, or any other toppings of your choice. So I'm kind of craving something sweet right now. So I'm going to make some banana bread muffins. These are going to be high protein banana bread muffins. I prefer making muffins over banana bread itself because it's easier to portion control and save. Let's get started. To make your high protein banana bread muffins, in a large bowl, combine 1 ripe banana, 1 egg, half a cup of Greek yogurt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix until well combined and there are no large clumps. For this next part, you can combine the dry ingredients in a separate bowl first, but because I'm lazy, I added them straight into my wet mix. Your ingredients for the dry portion are 1 cup of any flour. I used oat flour that I made by blending some oats, half a scoop of vanilla protein powder, and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Mix well, and once everything is well combined, pour into a lightly greased muffin pan. This recipe should make 6 muffins. I also decided to add some blueberries and chocolate into my muffins to spice things up, but you can leave it as is. Bake at 350 degrees for 15 minutes and you're done. Okay, one of the muffins, they're done. I'm so excited! I added some chocolate chips into them and some blueberries. You don't have to. I just think it's fun when there's a little bit of a surprise. It's hot. Do you see this? If you wanted to add a sweetener to this, I don't think that'd be a bad idea. But this honestly hits the spot for me. It's fine.
Girl, you got me down so bad. I can't say enough. She pull up that new thing.
Good morning. So today I'm going to be making a tuna and tofu ssamjang recipe that I saw on TikTok for lunch. Apparently this Korean celebrity Poongja lost 80 pounds from eating this recipe because it's so good, so easy to make, and really healthy for you. So I'm going to try to make this high protein recipe today. Let's go try to make it. So we're going to be making this tuna and tofu recipe, which is super easy to make and you can whip it up in less than 10 minutes. All you need to do is combine half of a block of extra firm tofu is fine as well, 1 can of drained tuna. I didn't have samjang on hand, so I opted for 1/8 cup of gochujang and 1/8 cup of doenjang. But if you do have samjang, then I recommend 1/4 cup of it. Then you're just going to add in some sliced green onions. I did 2 stalks, but you can adjust based on personal preference, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil to finish it off. Mix until well combined and you're done. You can enjoy this however you like, with steamed cabbage, over rice, with seaweed, or in spring rolls like I'm doing here. I just sliced some cucumber, carrots, and added it to a rice paper wrap, and I'm done. This has become one of my go-to lunch foods now, and it's so easy to make and so good. So it's currently 3:03 p.m. and I suddenly craved a snack, so I pulled out some overnight oats that I had. I am a huge fan of carrot cake, and so these are carrot cake overnight oats, and they're so good. Like, I use protein powder, so there's no sweetener in them, and it literally just tastes like I'm eating like cake. Came up on my feed as like a breakfast overnight oats thing, but I realized like I can't have sweets in the morning because then I'll start craving sweet things throughout the day. So I like having this as a snack, and it's just, or even dessert. I will have this as dessert. Genuinely so good. Hello, so I'm currently headed to dinner with one of my girlfriends. We're planning to meet up at Golden HOF, which is from the same owner as Golden Diner, and I've seen this place so many times on TikTok, so I'm really excited to go and check it out. I know it's probably not going to be like the most healthy meal, but I'm just so excited to hang out with her and get some good food, and yeah, I'll see you guys there. I've been feeling down all night. Tell me it's alright. Good morning. So today I made a quick mayak eggs. This is such an easy and simple breakfast. I'm eating it with cauliflower rice, and I just don't have a big appetite this morning. I worked out and then had a protein shake, and oftentimes when I do that, I just don't have that much of an appetite afterwards. But I figured I should eat something still, so I have some eggs that I made. This was a really quick and easy breakfast. I literally just warmed up cauliflower rice, cut the egg in half, drizzled some sesame seeds and sesame oil on top, and it was done within like 3 minutes. I will put the recipe for the mayak eggs here. It was also just super simple to make. You boil some eggs, make the marinade, and then let it sit for a couple days or just a couple hours, and you're good to go. Hello, so I just got back from the cafe and I am gonna be making a quick chili crisp and cold chicken and cucumber dish. I absolutely love spicy food and I'm like craving a lot of flavor today. So I have some leftover chicken breast from the other day and I'm just gonna cut up some cucumbers and make a quick chili sauce, and we're gonna have some dinner. This cucumber chicken dish is another really quick recipe to whip up when you want to make something simple but full of flavor. After rinsing your cucumber, you're going to slice it up however you'd like and then soak in half a teaspoon of salt for 30 minutes to draw out the moisture. In the meantime, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of lao gam ma, and mix well. After the 30 minutes have passed, you're gonna pour out any excess water from the cucumbers, add in your sliced chicken breast and sauce, and mix until well combined, and you're done. I love to just enjoy this on its own as a high protein and no carb dish, but you can definitely pair it with other foods. Cheers! This is literally one of my go-to foods whenever I go to a Sichuan restaurant. I love this dish so much. This is so addicting. Hello, So I just got back from my walk, my hot girl walk. I recently decided to start doing walks instead of runs, and I honestly enjoy a lot more. We're gonna be eating my tuna tofu mix that I made the other day. I'm gonna be eating this with some seaweed that I got on my walk today because I wanted like a hand roll situation. I didn't really want to do rice paper rolls, like spring rolls again. So we're switching it up, doing a hand roll situation and having that for lunch today. Hello, so right now I'm getting ready to go to omakase. It's going to be in Brooklyn, and this is the first time I'm trying omakase in Brooklyn. I've never had omakase in Brooklyn before, so I'm excited to check this spot out. It's been about a month, 2 months since I've had omakase, and so I'm excited to go again. Putting on my jewelry, and then I'm going to be heading out. I'll see you there.
말하고 싶지만 Baby, that's just who we are. Crazy how we come so 의도치 않았던 속에 빠져버린 나
Good morning. So I have a little break between 2 of my meetings, and I'm gonna whip up some really quick tomato and eggs to eat for breakfast, lunch. With the schedule of my meetings, it's always just brunch. So for this tomato and egg recipe, you're going to be using 2 eggs and 6 tablespoons of egg whites for extra protein. Combine those in a bowl and then set aside. Julienne 3 slices of ginger, or about 1 tablespoon, and cut 1 large tomato into 8s. I couldn't find my kitchen knife, so don't mind me using a regular eating knife. That's why I'm struggling so much. Now, in a pan, combine your egg mixture and cook for about 30 seconds over medium heat. Take it off the heat once decently set, as you'll still want the eggs to be a bit runny, and pour it into a separate bowl. In the same pan, add some oil with your sliced ginger, then add in your tomatoes. Stir fry for about 30 seconds and then add in 1 tablespoon of water. Season according to taste with some salt and 1 teaspoon of brown sugar or more to cut on the tartness of the tomatoes. Continue cooking for about 2 minutes and then add in your pre-made cornstarch slurry. If the slurry has settled, whisk it again before adding it to the pan. Add in your eggs to the pan again and then add in half a tablespoon of ketchup. Mix well, turn off the heat, and you're done. So this is my tomato and eggs. This is literally one of my go-to breakfasts because it's so good and you can make it in like 15 minutes. Super quick and easy to make. Gonna be getting some work done and enjoying this. Hello. So it's a Friday night, and typically I go out Friday nights, but today I didn't have any plans, so I wanted to stay in and relax and have a nice comforting meal. Today we're gonna be making a braised chicken dish. I'm gonna start off with tenderizing the chicken, and then we're gonna braise it. Start making the dish by tenderizing your chicken breast. In a bowl, add 1 tablespoon of grated ginger, half a tablespoon of cornstarch, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/4 tablespoon of neutral oil. Massage it into the chicken and set aside for 10 minutes. Once done, add the chicken to a pan and pan fry for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Then add in your sauce of Shaoxing wine, soy sauce, and sugar, and simmer for 5 to 6 minutes. Add in your chopped green onions. I did about 3 stalks of green onions, but you can do according to your own preference. Cover and simmer for another minute, and once you're done, serve and enjoy. This is my ginger scallion chicken, my braised chicken. It smells so good. I'm excited to eat. Let's dig in. Very comforting. Hello, so happy Saturday. Today feels like really exciting and happy because it's like 80, 88 degrees, definitely over 80s, and it's super warm today. So I'm wearing a dress. I'm about to head out and go to a matcha cafe with one of my girlfriends. She's visiting New York this weekend, so we're gonna catch up. But I needed to eat something first. I'm not very hungry, so I don't want to cook something. So I'm just gonna eat one of my protein muffins, like meeting up with a lot of different friends today. So I might grab a snack somewhere in between, but it's almost 3 right now. I feel like I should eat something. Banana bread muffin.
Don't want nobody else around. When I'm with you, baby, nothing really matters. So like think about, baby, there's no doubt. Spending hours over at your place. Every night, hold me tight in your arms. Wanting more of you.
Right now I'm going to Chinatown to meet up with some of my friends. We're gonna see where the night takes us. I'm trying to get my 10,000 steps in, so I'm walking from like the east side to Chinatown. It's a good little workout. Should we try the other one?
Yeah, wait, they come home. Wait, okay. I can finish this whole thing.
Thank you. Hello, so I'm currently going to a picnic. My friends are doing a picnic at Gantry Park, and it's going to be like a huge picnic apparently, so pretty excited to go. Just finished brunch and it was honestly so good. Got some coffee, and yeah, today is like just such a nice day outside. I'm wearing a cute sundress, and then going to the picnic. It's so lively today. Hello, so I just got back from the picnic and changed into something comfortable. Picnic was fun, didn't really eat anything there, but it was nice to just relax in the sun and hang out with friends. Tonight, I'm planning to make a pad krapow for dinner with some beef. Let's give it a shot. Okay, as I'm looking at the recipe and cooking this right now, I realized that I don't have shallots or the right chilies. The recipe I'm making is a modified version. I'll give you guys the actual proper recipe, but I do not want to be going out and buying new ingredients right now, especially when I already have most of them, but hopefully it still tastes good. Let's try to whip something up. In a pan, add 1 thinly sliced shallot, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and 1 to 2 sliced Thai chilies depending on your spice preference with some oil. Cook until fragrant and then add in half a pound of lean ground beef. Break up the meat and cook over high heat for 3 to 4 minutes, and then add in half a teaspoon of sugar, half a tablespoon of fish sauce, half a tablespoon of light soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce. Continue to stir fry for another minute before adding in 1/6 cup of water to deglaze the pan. You can also substitute the water for chicken or beef broth for extra protein and nutrients. Once the liquid has mostly evaporated, add in 1/3 cup of holy basil leaves and cook until wilted. Serve with rice or cauliflower rice and enjoy. I have finished my pad krapow. I did not put Thai chilies in it because I didn't have any, because I forgot to get it when I was grocery shopping. So my pad krapow, and I'm gonna be watching a K-drama.
Girl, you got me down so bad. I can't say enough. She pull up with that new